Now consider the IUPAC name of some complexes. There are rules. Now yesterday we completed the 4 rules about the nomenclature, IUPAC nomenclature of the coordination complexes. Now let us see the 5th rule. If complex has more than one ligand of the same type, then the number is indicated with the prefixes di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, etc. Now see here, in this complex number first, there are the 4 cyanide ligands. So the IUPAC name start from tetracyano. Here there are the 3 oxalato ligands. So the name start as trioxalato. Here there are the 6 cyano ligands. So the name start with the hexacyano. In this way, if more than 2 ligands of the same type are present in that coordination compound, then then what is there? If the complexes has more than one ligand of the same type, then the number is indicated by the prefix di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, etc. Now next rule. For the complex having more than one type of ligands, they are written in alphabetical order. Yes, as that of the IUPAC name of the organic compounds. If there are the ethyl, methyl, such substituents are there, or propyl, then we write the name of the substituent alphabetically. As ethyl come first, then ethyl, then methyl, and then propyl. In the same manner, here also the IUPAC names of these coordination compounds are given alphabetically if more than one type of ligands are present into them. Now see here, that is the see some cationic complexes. In that cationic complexes, see on the blackboard, there are here 2 types of ligands are there. Now see here, this is the water, 5 water molecules, and this, that is the isothiocyanide is there. But in alphabetically ABCD, now the waters are given the name as aqua. So A come first and then I, and therefore the name of the ligands are given after the prefix as penta, etc. Alphabetically. Here aqua is first and then isothiocyanate is later. Now similarly, see this compound. Here is the 5-amine and there is the 3 that is carbon monoxide are the 3 ligands. So as the amine A come first and then C, therefore the name is given as pentamine carbonato. In this way, if more than 2 types of ligands, now see here also aqua and amino are there, but now see into that the second word of the ligand. Now in amino there is the M and in aqua there is the Q. F first come and Q come later on. So if the first word of the ligand is same, then you have to consider the second, that is the letter of that, and then give the sequence of the ligands alphabetically. Now this is the next, that is the 6th rule. Now come to the 7th rule. Now what is the 7th rule? See there. If the name of the ligand itself contains numerical prefix, then display number by prefix with bis for 2, tris for 3, tetrakis for 4, and so forth, and put the ligand name in parenthesis. For example, ethylene diamine is written as En in parenthesis and 3 at its, that is, base. Would appear as the tris ethylene or tris ethane 1,2 diamine. In this way the names are given if the name of the ligand itself contain numerical. Suppose ethylene diamine, then tetra, aceto, such type of numericals. Ethylene di is numerical. Then such ligands name are given in parenthesis, and first of the parenthesis there you do not write down as di tri, but you have to write down bis for di, tris for tri, and tetra is for tetra. Suppose there is the ethylene triamine, then what will be the word, first word? Tris. As it is ethylene diamine, so the word is bis is given. Now see, on the blackboard there is the such ligand, that is the ethylene diamine is there. Now see, this is the ethylene diamine ligand. So what is the name right here for the ethylene diamine? Now there are the two, and again in the word there is the diamine. So this 2 is written as bis, and then write down the in parenthesis ethylene diamine. Or in short you can write in this also, and then write down the another ligand's name. Now this is for the that is bidentate, tridentate or tetradentate ligand. You must write the before the parenthesis the bis, tris, tetrakis, such words are there. Now this is our 7th rule. Now come to the 8th rule. The metal in cationic or neutral complex is specified by its usual name. No problem for the neutral or cationic complexes. For the neutral and cationic complexes, the name of the metal ion is written as it is, at usual name. But if it is the anionic complex, while in the anionic complex the name of the metal ends with ATE. Now see here, in these first examples are there. Now see here, these are the anionic complexes. Anionic means the square bracket have the negative sign on that. So the metals names are always end with ATE. But if they are the cationic complexes, then write down the metal name as it is or as usual. Now see here, the name of this first anionic complex is given as tetracyanonickellate, and 2 is the oxidation number on this nickel because cyanide have the -1 oxidation number. There are the 4 cyanide ligand, total -4. To balance -4, there is the -2 charge, so definitely nickel have +2 charge on them. That is the +2 oxidation state, and so I write in bracket the oxidation state as 2 for the nickel. But what they do here, they write the name of the metal ion as nickellate. At is the ending or suffix for only the negative, that is the anionic complexes. And for cationic complexes, what is there for cationic complexes? Now see, these are the cationic complexes. Into these cationic complexes, see there on the square bracket, there are the positive charge. Okay, here is the square bracket. Positive charge are there. So the name of the metal ion is written as only copper, not copperlate, etc. Now what is the name of this cationic complex? Tetraamine copper. Why +2 charge? Because amine are chargeless, there are the neutral molecules, so no any charge on them. So this +2 charge is from that of the copper, and so the valency, that is the oxidation number of the copper is given in parenthesis in the Roman numerical, and then write down the ion because these are the ions. Now that are the anionic complexes, these are the cationic complexes. If there are no any counter ion outside to that of the coordination sphere, Then they are iron. So write down the iron word also. Because they are iron, they are not total complex. Because there is no that is counter ions outside the sphere, coordination sphere. Now these are the some rules for the assigning of the, that is the nomenclature of the what, that is now these are the names. Now let us see how again. Now let us see how the IUPAC names are given to the coordination complexes. First see the anionic complexes. Now in this first complex, what is there? There are the 4 cyanide ligands. But it is anionic complex, so always give the metal name with the ending, that is the suffix as ATE. Then write down in parenthesis the oxidation number on that metal cation, and then write down the iron word. Now see, as there are 4 cyanide ligands, so tetra is the prefix. So tetracyano. Now for that is the, we know that for chloride, bromide, iodide, in this way this is similar to cyanide. So ID is replaced by O. That is the first rule of our. So cyanide is replaced by cyano. That is very important how the names are given. As the last suffix of cyanide is IDE, so replace that IDE with O. So it is the tetracyanonickelate 2 iron. Now this is the correct name. Always write down the name in a one word, and there is no any space between any word of metal ion or tetra or cyano or parenthesis or no any space. Continuously you have to write that as shown on the blackboard. Now see, this is the second, that is complex, that and the ligand is the oxalate. So ATE, oxalate, is this is the second rule. ATE is replaced by ATO. We see that rule yesterday. So oxalate is written as there are the 3 oxalate ligands, so trioxalato, oxalato, not oxalate. And cobaltate, because it is the anionic complex. For anionic complex, metal word is ended by the suffix ATE. So trioxalato, cobaltate. And what is the oxidation state on this cobalt? Now see this oxalato. One oxalate ligand have -2 charge. We know that. We draw the structure of oxalate ligand also. There is the -2 charge on both of the oxygen atom. So totally 3 into 2 -6. So there is the -3 charge only. So definitely the -3 charge which are neutralized by the +3 charge of this cobalt. So cobalt have the +3 oxidation state, that is the 3 oxidation state. Remember that. Total oxalato have 3 into 2 -6 charge. But the what is the coordination sphere have only -3 charge. Then what will be the oxidation number of cobalt? +3. So that 3 is given in parenthesis. And write down the word iron also. That is very important. Now next, that is there are 6 cyanide ligand again. Cyanide IDE is replaced by cyano. So hexacyano. If we go by the rules, then there is no any difficulty to write down the IUPAC name of these coordination complexes. Only you have to learn the rules very by giving the attention and by concentration. You study the rule, then you can give the IUPAC name of any coordination complex. There is no, that is very difficult for that. Now see, this is the hexacyano. Now iron, in Latin what is called iron? Ferrous. So ferrous word is that is replaced by ferrate, because it is the anionic complex. And why the in there are 6 cyanide, totally minus 6 charge. There are only 4 minus charge on this. That means ferrous have plus 2 charge. 6 plus 2, what is remaining? Minus 4. So that minus 4 is there. That is very important to write down the in parenthesis the oxidation state in the Roman numerical, and then write down the iron word also. Now let us see the compounds containing complex anions and metal cations. Complex anions and metal cations. That means when we dissociate this or ionize this that is the coordination sphere must have negative charge. So complex anion and metal cation, such type of. There are such type of complexes also, compounds containing complex cations and anions. That means anions are outside that of the coordination sphere into that. And here what? Cations are outside to the coordination sphere, and into that anions are outside to the coordination sphere. So differently they are given the names. Now see, as it is the anionic complex, so definitely the metal cation ends with the AT here also. This is also anionic. How it is anionic? See, let us see. Now this nitrite have the minus 1 charge. Okay, so minus 6 charge. If this plus 3 charge are ionized, what will remain on this charge? That is the minus 3. Why? Because totally minus 6, out of that plus 3 of this cobalt, and here will be the minus 3 charge. This 3 plus 3, 6, and this 6 minus get cancelled to each other. So there is no any charge on the coordination. Sodium have plus 1 charge, 1 sodium. There are the 3 sodium. So totally plus 3 charge, and this 6 minus charge. So cobalt have the plus 3 charge. So in the parenthesis there have the name is given after the cobaltate. The charge is given as the in parenthesis plus 3. Now that is the charge on the cobalt. Do not write down the oxidation state of this cation which is outside the coordination sphere. Do not write down its oxidation state in the parenthesis. Only we have to write the oxidation state of the cations which are in the coordination spheres only. Out of sphere, if there is the cation, their oxidation state we have to do not to write. Remember that. So here what they written? Though there are 3 sodium atoms, but only write down sodium, not trisodium. In this way, remember that. This is only sodium hexanitrato because it is nitrite. So nitrite is converted into nitrite is converted into sodium hexanitro cobaltate in parenthesis 3. Do not write down the iron word because the valences get cancelled here. So iron word is also not right if there is no any charge on that square coordination sphere, etc. So it is only sodium hexanitro cobaltate 3. That is its IUPAC name. Now see this next. Now this is also, there are the 3 potassium atoms, but only write down the potassium, not tripotassium. And this is aluminium. So as it is the anionic complex, after ionization here the coordination sphere have the minus charge. Why? Now see, this is the oxalate. This is oxalate 3. That means one oxalate have minus 2 charge. Now totally minus 6 charge. Minus 6 charge. Then this plus 3 charge of the 3K plus ion. So this coordination sphere have their minus 3 charge. And these aluminium have plus 3 charge because they cancel to each other, plus 3 and remaining minus 3. And in this way, this compound is given the name potassium trioxalato. Oxalate is converted into oxalato, potassium trioxalato, aluminate, At, because it is the ionic complex, and write down the oxidation oxidation number of this aluminum as 3 in the parenthesis because it have the plus 3 oxidation state. Now next, this is also sodium hexafluoro. Fluoride is converted into fluoro. Sodium hexafluoro aluminate 3. Here also totally minus 6. Minus 6 get cancelled. This plus 3 only was remaining the minus 3 here. So aluminum have the plus 3 charge. Now this is the sodium hexafluoro aluminate 3. Now consider the cationic complexes now. How the IUPAC names of cationic complexes are given. See here. Now these are the all cationic complexes because the coordination sphere have the positive charge on them. These are the anionic complexes because the coordination sphere have negative charge. Now during nomenclature of the cationic complex, do not write the name of the metal ion by ending the suffix ate. Directly write down the as usual name of that cation. So there are the 4 amine. So tetraamine, and do not do as copperlate, only copper because it is the cationic complex. So tetraamine copper. Now what is the, now this charge is directly of this that is the metal cation because ammonia are neutral ligands. So this plus 2 charge is of this copper. So tetraamine copper to iron. Why iron? Because it is the positively charged complexes, cationic complexes. Now see here. Isothiocyanato and aqua ligands are there. Now there are 5 aqua ligands. So penta aqua and only one isocyanate ligand. So why it is not isocyanate? It is isothiocyanate. Why? Because if this S is to middle and C is there, then it is a cyanide. Sorry, if it is as it is S Cn, then it is the only cyanide ligand. But as there is first, what is there is first? NCS, and therefore it is the isothiocyanate ligand. So cyanide is converted into cyanido, and water's molecules are named as the aqua, and there are 5. So penta aqua isothiocyanato, and write down only iron, not ferrate, etc. Iron, not ferrous also, not ferrate, only iron because iron is its usual name. And these both are the neutral ligands. Not there is only cyanide, but there are complete neutral ligand is there. So this plus 2 charge is directly from this ferrous. So ferrous, that is iron, have the that is what is given in parenthesis 3. Yes. Then these have the minus 1 charge because the plus 3 charge is given. Sorry, oxidation state is given in parenthesis 3 and charge is only plus 2. Then this ligand have minus 1 charge. So minus 1 neutralizes the plus 1 of this Fe3 plus, and what will be remaining? Only plus 2. Though here plus 2, but write down in parenthesis 3. Why? Because this NCN have minus 1 charge ligand. That cancel 1 plus of ferrous and only 2 are remaining, but write down the oxidation state of this ferrous as plus 3. Now see here, this is ethylene diamine ligand, but we know that last rule we have to write down bis because diamine contain numerical di. So write down bis because there are the 2 ethylene diamine ligand. Then write down in parenthesis ethylene diamine, and then write down the name of this dithiocyanato, and then write down the oxidation state of platinum as 4. Now see here, why the plus 2 state is here and plus 4, or platinum have plus 4 state. Now this ethylene diamine, they are the neutral ligand. There is no metal. And this isothiocyanate have the -1 charge. There are 2, there is -2. Platinum have +4 oxidation state here, and +4 is cancelled by this -2. What is remaining? +2. So though the oxidation number is +2 is given, but its oxidation state is 4. So write down the 4 into that. That is very important. Now come to the compounds containing complexes with cations and anions. Compounds containing complex cations and anions. Compounds containing complex cations and anions. That means these coordination compounds, coordination sphere have positive charge, and outside that positively charged complex cation there are the that is negatively charged anions are there. Now such complexes are how they are given the that is the IUPAC name. Now see here, first always write down the names of ligand. That is the first rule. So there are the 4 amine ligands, so tetraamine. 2 bromide ligand, but bromide ID is replaced by bromo, so dibromo. And behind, or outside the bracket there are the 2 bromide, the -2 get balanced by +2. Then what is remaining? That is the +2. Now see here, this Br2 and this Br2, totally -4 Br. That means -4 charge is get balanced by the +4. Now there is no any charge. That means it is the now neutral, and so platinum must have the +4 charge. So after writing the that is oxidation state of the metal in parenthesis, then write down the name of the anion, not dibromide, only write down bromide. So the name is tetraamino dibromo platinum 4 bromide. Now next see here, pentamine tricarbonato, cobalt 3 chloride. Now why cobalt 3? Now this see here, there are the neutral ligands, that is the amine are the neutral ligand. Chloride have -1 charge, and these are also the neutral ligands. See here. So this bracket, square bracket, must have +2 charge on this, but that after ionization. But there is this one chloride is there, so that +2 charge, that is total +3 charge get cancelled by -1. What is remaining? +2. If you do not give name to such, then first ionize that and then write down. This is also positive coordination sphere because platinum have +4 charge and these 2 bromides are there, so this square bracket have the +2 charge, and which is balanced by this 2 bromide -2 charge. In this way they are. Now after this topic we will see the ionization of coordination complex, how they are ionized, and we ionize all these complexes. Now this is also here pentamine, but what is A come first? A come first, amine, and this is also aqua, but the second word is taken here. So the pentamine given the name first, then aquo, only one aquo, so mono aquo do not write down, only pentamino aquo you have to write down, and cobalt 3 I have read. Now these are both are the neutral, so these all the 3 anions, that is the iodide balance, this therefore cobalt have the +3 charge, and then write down the iodide one. Now let us see the complexes with, that is the neutral complexes. Now let us see the neutral complexes. Now let us see the neutral ligands. Now during writing the name of the neutral ligand, also the AT word for the metal cation do not write there. Write down the name of the metal cation as it is. Now see here, Now this is the cobalt. So what is the name of the coordination compound? There are the 3 amino and 3 nitro ligand. So triamino, trinitro, cobalt 3 only, not cobaltate. Remember here. And why plus 3 charge? Because both these are the, now there is the minus 1 charge on NO3, sorry NO2, there are 3. So minus 3 get balanced by plus 3 and these are the neutral ligands. Now here also these are the neutral ligands, so ferrous do not have any charge. So that is 0 is written in a parenthesis. So it is the pentacarbonyl iron only. But write down 0 also because the oxidation state of iron here is 0 because these are the neutral. If there is any negative ligands will be present, then there is the charge on that of the ferrous. Now these are also neutral ligand. They have the minus 3 charge get balanced by plus 3 charge. So they are the triamine, trithiocyanato, rhodium 3. This is the rhodium complex. Now these are the coordination names, IUPAC names of the coordination compounds of the all types of complexes which are very important in the examination.